Okay, let's continue talking about the website. We're going to move on to talk about the multimedia page and the social media page. So the multimedia page is not worth quite as much as the other pages, but it is still really, really important. As you guys know, we live in a very, very visual world, a very, very visual society, and so people like to watch videos. So your multimedia page needs to include at least 3 videos that serve a purpose in your social awareness or emotional appeal. Okay, they need to actually be embedded into the website. What I mean by that is that I should not have to click on a link in order to view the video. Okay, the video should just be in the website itself. I should just be able to press play on the video. Okay, that's really, really easy to do with YouTube through Weebly because they actually have a YouTube button. Remember, if you need a YouTube video approved for your website, please just send me the link and I'd be happy to do that for you, okay? However, if you find a video on a website and it's not through YouTube, so you can't necessarily use the YouTube button, there should be something called an embed code. And it looks like that little icon next to the word embedded on my screen. There'll be an icon that kind of looks like that. If you get that code, then there is a button in Weebly where you can click and drag it over and you can actually put the embed code there and it should work. Okay, again, that's all kind of ideal situations. It's hard for me to troubleshoot that from here, but please reach out to me if you're having trouble embedding your videos in your website. Okay, again, the best way to do that is on a desktop or laptop computer. If you don't have access to that, you should still be able to do it. It's just a lot easier on a desktop or laptop. Each of your videos should not be more than 2 minutes each. Okay, however, if you have a good video that's 3 minutes or 3 minutes and 30 seconds or 4 minutes, but it's a really, really good video and you really feel strongly about including it in your website, go ahead and do it. The only reason why I put the 2-minute max on these videos is just because otherwise I'm going to be spending a heck of a lot of time looking at videos. And so just make sure that you try and keep it down. Please don't give me a 15-minute video. Like seriously, please don't do that. Also, and this is the most important part, this is the easiest way that people lose points on this website. Each video needs to include some sort of written intro or closure. So ask yourself, why bother showing this video? Okay, so don't just select 3 random videos because the title is homelessness. Okay, select your videos carefully. Does it have good information to share? Does it have an emotional appeal somehow? So actually give a little bit of intro or closure to each video, and that should be written. Okay, as to why you chose to include this video. Why do you think this is an important video for people to see? Okay, that's pretty much it for your multimedia page. Notice that you do not have to cite your sources on the multimedia page. I am not requiring that you cite every single video, which means I don't necessarily need to see parenthetical citations for each video. Okay, so those do not need to get cited on your sources page, and you do not have to include parenthetical citations on this particular page. Okay, because again, they're videos and I can easily track those down. Now, the social media page, you're going to have to do a little bit of writing here. You need to come up with a social media campaign. And that's kind of a vague phrase because we can look at that a number of different ways. Your social media campaign obviously needs to take place somewhere on social media, but it needs to be, or it doesn't need to be, it can be an image to spread. It could be a slogan or a hashtag that you want people to spread, something that you want to spread throughout social media, okay? And that can look a number of different ways, okay? So I can't really give you a like, you need to have this. How are you going to make this issue known on social media? And how are you going to have something that's catchy, that's worthwhile to spread, okay? That's kind of what you're thinking about when you think about a social media campaign. You want to include your actual plan and all related images. Okay, so if you plan to spread an image on social media, then make sure that you include it. Okay, and in some sort of paragraph or break it up into multiple paragraphs, that'd be even better. You need to answer the following questions: who is your target audience? Okay, the reason why I asked this question is because sometimes your target audience might be the older generation. Okay, now hear me out on this. Who tends to have more money, young people or old people? Old people, right? And so perhaps your target audience is the older generation because you want them to be aware of the issue so that then they would be more likely to donate to your cause. Okay, so it is kind of a business strategy if you're thinking about older people. But the other side of the issue is who is more likely to physically get up and do something about the issue? Probably younger people. So maybe your target audience is the younger people because you want them more aware and more inspired to act. Okay, so really think about your target audience. Who is that target audience? Then, once you've identified your target audience, which social media outlet or outlets would you use to promote your issue? Okay, now you guys probably don't use Facebook because you guys are the younger generation and that seems to be not popular amongst the younger generation. However, if your target audience is an older generation, Facebook might be a great place to spread your social media campaign. Okay, so really think about that. If your goal is younger people, maybe I don't know. I'm not that hip, so maybe there's another social media outlet that's more popular. I know Instagram is pretty popular across the board, so there you go. Why is that outlet that you chose the best one to reach your target audience? That's kind of what I've been talking about the whole time. So let me show you a couple examples of some social media campaigns. The first one, spread the word to end the word, is one that is very, very dear to my heart. So I'm going to go ahead and show you their website real quick. Okay, so here is the spread the word to end the word website. It's actually from the Special Olympics. Their campaign is spread the word to end the word, and they have a series of different images that you can kind of share across social media. As it relates to the Special Olympics, the word they're talking about is the word retarded. And you can see that right here. The word retarded hurts millions of people with intellectual disabilities, their families and friends. Excuse me. So their goal is for people on social media to take a pledge and help promote, the new R word, which would be respect, right? This is one that's very dear to my heart, as I know multiple persons with intellectual disabilities, and I have some friends who actually recently adopted children with Down syndrome, and so this is an important one to me, and that's why I thought of it. They also have a particular day. I think it's March 4th this year. So it already happened, but where they're trying to have people kind of flood their social media accounts with this image, spread the word to end the word, or that hashtag as well. So that would be an example of a social media campaign. Let me go back to the presentation. Another example, this was a long time ago, and I feel like there's probably a way more updated example out there. But if you guys remember with Paris attacks, where people on all across different social media outlets were changing their profile pictures to have the French flag filtered over their profile picture, that would be another example of a social media campaign. Again, the goal was to raise awareness. The goal was to, show love and support to a group of people that were hurting. If you need more examples, I'll post this link, but you can go ahead and just Google them as well. You could Google social media campaigns or popular ones or whatever, and you'll probably see lots of different examples. Okay, so that's your multimedia page and your social media pages.